Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Good Car. We're actually going to do a tool review on this episode as well. Just wanted to give you guys a couple of quick updates and answer actually a question that somebody sent in. So we're going to jump into it. So we're doing our second oil change on the Good Car, and I wanted to let you guys know that, driving the Good Car, I've been able to put a couple grand towards debt, put some money in savings, and this little car is it's running really good. We Over Christmas I splurged and I got her a new intake. So I'll show you guys a little bit about that. Real quick though, I wanted to give my buddy Jared a shout out. I got this shirt from Jared at Norden Exposure Farm. Him and his wife run a farm there, and they specialize in sheep. They have several other kinds of animals, but yeah, they specialize in sheep. So, got this shirt from them. Got this cool hat from them. And for you guys that like to roll your bills, flat bill for life. But yeah, got the shirt. Got the slick hat from Norden Exposure Farm. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I love the way this shirt feels. It's cut nice in the chest, drapes open, so it's a modern style fit. Makes you look a little buffer than you actually are. But yeah, so guys, great product. Also, thank you for the freebies, man. That lilac jelly is on point. So, all right, guys. All right, so real quick. We got the Good Car, a short ram or cold air. It's actually both. It's a short ram intake with the block off box to suck air out of the. We have a scoop that comes over in the grill, and then we have opening right down there that goes to the inner fender well. It's kind of hard to see right now, but there's an opening right there that goes into the inner fender well to suck up cool air. So you got the Good Car cool air intake. It sounds good. Don't really feel a whole lot of power. We also, just back behind that, we got the S50 or the M50 intake manifold that we're going to be swapping pretty soon. So we're going to swap that out for a bigger intake manifold, really wake up the intake on this car, give it a little, horsepower bump, probably do a tune for that so that it's adjusted to that new airflow. But yeah, we have the oil plug pulled. We're draining the oil out and we're doing an oil change. So I figured I'd cover some stuff while we were waiting on that. Also, wanted to show you guys this. Somebody asked if this car had been repainted, and the answer to that is no. It has been very well taken care of, but it has not been repainted. So that tag I just showed you guys, I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't have the light filters adjusted just right on this app. But that tag right there is actually the BMW color code. So no, this car has not been repainted. This is factory BMW Hellrot. So that's the actual color of this color red is Hellrot. It's one of the E36 colors. So this is actually Hellrot 1. All right, guys, let's do a tool review. All right, so say you're working on your car and you either damage or lose a bolt, a fairly important bolt. So this one is the drain plug bolt for the oil pan on the Good Car, and this is a lug stud. So BMW uses a bolt style lug nut instead of a stud sticking out of the rotor and using a lug nut to hold the wheel on. So say you lose one of these important pieces and you want to try and identify them. That's where these three tools come in. So we are going to show you how they work. Set that there. First, we're going to go with this plate. You're used to probably seeing this plate at the automotive store or at Tractor Supply. So you take your piece of hardware, you start trying to fit it into holes. So okay, so we're not an M10. We're an M12, but that one doesn't quite fit. All right, so you can see that screwing in. That is an M12 by 125. So now you can call the auto parts store and say, hey, I have a 97 BMW 328i and I'm looking for a lug bolt, lug bolt, not a stud, because a stud would be the one that sticks out. But a lug bolt, I need a M12 by 1.5. And the aftermarket ones are actually stamped with the size so that you don't have to use a gauge like this to identify it. Okay, so let's try this with a different piece of hardware. Say you lose your drain plug bolt, right? In comes boltsandnuts.com with their handy, lightweight, cheap. This is like less than 30 bucks, guys. That was our most expensive at nearly 50. Made out of aluminum, has the male and female threaded connection so you can identify it. But boltsandnuts.com coming in with this handy gauge that's packed full of information, has a reference table on it, American measurements here, metric here, bolt and nut, nut identification tabs over here. So take your drain plug, fit it in. Once it hits a hole, go down one. It doesn't fit in the next one, so it goes back. That is an M12. Okay, so now, and this is where this tool gets pretty cool. This has got 3D printed thread pitches, and you can see how they're different. There's a bunch here, a little more as they get out here. So you have a metric section and a United States section. Okay, so you have metric and American. You go down, let me see if I can hold this to where you can see it. So you start moving up, and you can see the light between the threads there. Still see light there? When this falls into place, like it did just now, there's hardly any visible light through there. So that tells you that you've found your thread match. Go up to the next one, a bunch of light. So go back, see it fall in, very little light. That is an M12 1.5. So, interesting fact, the lug bolts and the drain plug are both an M12 1.5 on a 97 BMW 328i. So that's how these work. I wanted to show you guys another style of tool that identifies bolts and nuts. This chain has a bunch of male threaded pieces that are also female threaded with a socket so that you can identify whatever piece of hardware you have. So we know this is M12 1.5. The white is United States or American. The black is metric. So we start working our way down our metric pieces of hardware. That's not it. That's not it. Nailed it. So that is a M12 1.5. Okay. So I guess I should pick a winner at this point. I will say this goes slightly bigger than the Go no-go gauge. This is the most expensive and has the least amount of information on it. So in my mind, this is a third place right here. Now, this goes slightly bigger than what's able to be identified with the boltsandnuts.com Go no-go gauge. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. This is kind of clunky, and just now when I tried to measure that bolt, I nearly slapped the fender on the good car. There's a lot of good information here, and it's very convenient in the fact that you can, it doesn't take up a whole lot of room there. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room there. You can hang it on the side of a toolbox. This is a fantastic tool, but my number one, guys, is going to be the boltsandnuts.com plastic Go no-go gauge. Sub 30 bucks. So all these tools are sub 50 bucks. This one was about 20, 25 bucks. Got it off of Amazon, delivered the next day, packed full of information. But man, those those threads on the back, that right there, that's awesome. It's the lightest weight, easiest to use. I'm kind of concerned about identifying the nuts on this end, but if you have a bolt, you can identify the bolt. If the nut screws onto that, then you know what you're dealing with. So I would go for the extra step just for the lightweight, the affordability, and the ease of use. I'm going with that one right there, guys. So boltsandnuts.com, big shout out to you guys. That's a fantastic tool. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this video. I just wanted to let you guys know this is the first official announcement. So for those of you guys who follow our YouTube, y'all are probably going to hear this first. The dates for the Freedom and Farmsteading Texas 23 event are going to be April 28th through 30th. Tickets are on sale now. The IKC private Discord has already been notified because they support the show and they got our back. They get first notification for everything. So if you want into the IKC private Discord, support us on Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/IKC pod. You can support us at $2 or $5 a month and you get notifications sooner than everybody else. But Texas 23, this is a freedom-based homesteading event that is a kind of like an open class-based event. We are going to have entrepreneurs talking about side hustle. We're going to have somebody talking foraging and mushrooms. We are going to have somebody talking tactical. So we're going to be talking local area, assessments, resources, intel, doing that sort of thing on your local area where you live. We're going to be talking homesteading. We're going to be talking preparedness. We're going to have the fantastic bathroom trailer back again. Our buddy Tyler Tillman has already committed to playing. We're starting to plan the menu. We're starting to clean up around here and get everything going. We're going to reach out to Baker Creek, get them to sponsor us with seeds. We're going to do a seed swap again. So, guys, this is a lot of fun every single year. I hope that you can join us. Reach out to us, info@ikcpodcast.com, or comment on this video and we can get you some information. Seats are going to be $500 per head. Hey, if you have a reluctant spouse, we do a discount for that to try and get them on board with the lifestyle. So hit us up if you want some information. Otherwise, we're out of here. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope it was informative. And yeah. All right, guys, we'll see y'all in the next one.